This is a look into Walker County. Strong evidence of storm rotation right here, and this is moving north of US 78. And again, this is going to be cutting up into the northern part of Walker County, Manchester and Curry here. This one seems to be a little more to the south than the first one. First one came through and hit Arley. The second one here looks like it's going to be closer to Manchester or Curry along Highway 257 here. That's the right number on that road, 257. Now, John Olshu is back at Carbon Hill. John, tell us where you are now and what have the conditions been like with the second storm coming through there?
I think we must be rather close to that tornado. The second one, we've gotten some incredible wind gusts here within the last 10 minutes of at least 50 miles per hour. I dialed in, so you may be able to pull the data from the van here and plot that if you want to.
Okay, I think we've lost John. John, hey, if you can hear me. Mark, can you zoom into Carbon Hill? Let me see where he is exactly. We've got the van in Carbon Hill. Now, John, I don't think we've got you connected. I think that's old data. I think John has since moved from that location into Carbon Hill. We have not been able to reestablish a connection, so we'll kill that, and I think that's old. John, that is current. Okay, so John, you've moved from Carbon Hill back down to Townley then.
We had to come back to Townley to get out of the way of the storm and hopefully get some of the video back to you. And once we parked here, the storm hit right on time. And you can see those wind gusts going by now easily at 37, 40, 45 miles per hour. And I'm sure they were 55 and 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, we're showing John's display on the air. We've got a wind of 37 out of the west northwest. So, and we've lost John here, but okay, we have confirmed that is current data. We have a wireless link from Storm Chaser 3340, and this is exactly where he is. This is current global positioning. That's the old US 78. He's just south of that right now, and that is his actual wind gust at 37. The temperature still holding up in the upper 60s right now at 68, about 3/4 of an inch of rain. Now we're up to 79/100ths of an inch there, and again, looks like 37. That is an average number. That's a 1-minute average. That is a lot of wind he's taking. So the bottom line is John is awfully close. In fact, let's go back and take about a 15-mile look at that, 15 nautical mile or statute mile look, Mark, and we'll see where John is in relation to this hook. And again, his position is about right here. And yeah, he's awfully close to that tornado, I'll tell you that. Let's look at the velocity data, Mark. Let's put the velocity data back on here. Yeah, right there. Okay. It looks like the rotation is awfully close to John's location. He had a sustained 1-minute average of 37 miles an hour out of the west here, and that, boy, that's awfully close. This area of rotation is going to be cutting across Manchester, awfully close to Curry. 257 comes out of Jasper. That's the road. You turn there by the McDonald's off Highway 78 or the old Highway 78, and you go right up the chute there on Airport Road. Airport Road runs into 257. That goes up to Curry. That's what we're talking about here. This is the next red. That's a TVS arrow. Notice the bright red. Let's do a storm track on this, Mark. Let's put the cursor down in here, and we'll take a look at some of the smaller towns. And again, use the times with caution. Computers are great. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not so good. This is a computerized algorithm here, so we'll put the pointer and the point right here and get a storm track on that. These are going to be the small towns in the path of this. You can see we've got Cold Spring at about 9:15. That's in approximately 25 minutes. Mary Lee, Ardell, Trade. These are small communities up here around Smith Lake. And you can get the idea. This is going to be awfully close to Curry. So this one is on a more southerly track compared to the first one. The first one came up into Winston County around Poplar Springs, cut through Arley. This one, more to the south, so we're talking an area from Manchester. And again, Manchester is up here where 195 and 5 split off. 5 goes up to Nauvoo, 195 goes up to Natural Bridge. At about that point, we've got the rotation that's going to be cutting across Curry and Highway 257. This one more on the southern end of Smith Lake. In fact, if this track is right, looks pretty good to me. It's going to be at the point basically where Cullman, Walker, and Winston counties all come together. So if this track continues to hold out, tornado warnings could be required for the far southeastern tip of Winston, the southern part of Cullman County. In fact, let's go to Storm Alert. We have a new warning coming out. This ought to be one probably for Winston or Cullman. And let's see what we have here. We'll watch. Okay, this is for Winston. This is going to be for the storm that's up here around Manchester, going to be cutting across. I'm sorry? Okay, going to be up here awfully close to Point in the southeastern part of Winston County. Bottom line is, anybody in the path of this thing around Manchester, Curry, and Arley, you want to be in a safe place right